I'm laughing because I saw somebody in the comments say, "What Kandi got to do with this?" Sky Squad, we are back in the building. We are back in the building. Yes, got the new intro going. Listen, it's Friday night. You know, a lot of people just got paid, but y'all chose to be here with me. You know, I'm saying I'm happy about that. What's up, Queen? Thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Richie, Ohio is in the building, ready for the tea. Yes, we got all of our people in the building. Y'all know what's up. You know, in that good chatterization, let me know where you guys are watching from. We got BK in the house. Oh, Queen, thank you for that super chat earlier as well. We got St. Lucia in the house. Who else we got up in here? Waterbury, Connecticut up in the building. Trinidad. We got Dawn from the D. Largo, Maryland. Bama in the building. Come on, DC, baby. I see you. A lot of DMV up in the house tonight. New York, Huntsville, Alabama. We got Vegas. We got Seattle. Who else we got? Philly in the building. We got Bahamas up in here. Fort Washington, Maryland, Namibia, Birmingham, Chi-Town. Hey, got another super chat in the house. Louisiana up in the His Naive. Thank you so much, Sheila. Appreciate that. T Ness up in the building. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, Richie. Love you, boo. Love you right back. All right. So, you know, judging by the title, we got to talk about some things. Okay. You know, let me tell you what I was doing. I was up in the mall. I was trying to run through Champs to give me some more hats. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I like a good hatterization, you know. And so I had happened to look down at my good Instagram, and you know, as always, the neighborhood talk always got the tea. Somebody had tagged me up in the post. Thank you so much, Veronica Langston, for the super chat. So I had to say, well, let me mosey on up in this room and see what they talking about up on the neighborhood talk. You know what I'm saying? And so there we had the tea about Fallon. Now, y'all know yesterday we had talked to you guys about the divorce situation going on between Fallon and her husband, okay? Now, I want to start this conversation off by just reminding you guys of what they posted, all right? This is what they posted. He said, after a year and a half together, Fallon and I have made the mutual decision to end our marriage. Despite our willingness to be transparent, we respectfully ask for privacy at this time. Thank you. Signed, Simon Guobadia. Okay. In a similar post, right after his, we get Fallon saying, after 2 years of marriage and 5 years of friendship, Simon and I have made the difficult decision to go our separate ways. We are deeply thankful for the impact we have made in each other's lives, as well as the bonds formed with each other's children. The mutual decision was not made lightly, and despite our current willingness to be transparent, we only ask our friends and supporters to be respectful of our privacy as our family gets through this difficult time, okay? Now, I want to point out two things in both of these scenarios, okay? In both of these scenarios, okay? Oh, we got a super chat from Dawn who says, I usually listen to you while delivering the mail. So excited to see you're live. Hey, thank you so much for that, Dawn. We appreciate you and we appreciate your service, okay? Getting into it, they both asked for they both asked for privacy. Okay. Now for me, let me come back on the screen real quick. Oh, wait, we got another one. Okay. Amara Lewis says, I don't believe she cheated. I think he doesn't want to pay her alimony. Whoop. Amara with the super chat right there. Thank you for the word, my love. Thank you for the word. Now, you know, for me, I said, okay, when we talked about this story yesterday, granted, they made the public announcement. They put it out there together, you know, both separate statements, whatever. You know, obviously he made his own and obviously she made her own. Okay. So then we talked about it yesterday. It also, went viral everywhere, all over the place because everybody saw it, right? All over the People magazine and everything. Now, when we talked about it yesterday, I really tried to approach the situation with empathy. And I know a lot of you guys did too, because we can all acknowledge that divorce is hard. So it just struck me as odd today when I look on the neighborhood talk from whence I was tagged to see that he was doing a live talking about the situation. Now, I had thought y'all said that y'all wanted privacy, and I felt like for the most part, we was all willing to just let it go. Okay, y'all got divorced. So sad for you. I don't know what this means for her time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't know why y'all got divorced, but y'all made these statements. They sound like y'all getting along. Fine, we good with it until today. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull up exactly what he had to say. Okay, let me add this to the stream. Okay?
I'm not taking.
Now I'm gonna pause it in different parts in order to give you guys a little bit of a breakdownerization of what he's saying, and because this is YouTube, that's what I got to do. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start playing a little bit of it. You guys can make your own decisions. We ain't gonna hold y'all long tonight, but we just got to talk about this real quick because it did break. Okay, so let's get into it. This is what he had to say.
I'm no longer responsible for her financially.
He says he's no longer responsible for her financially. And the only reason I'm reiterating this is because when I watched it, I had to watch it 2-3 times just because I felt like he was just kind of talking, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like you could not necessarily always tell what he was saying. So I wanted to just clarify that for you guys.
No, family's not broke. I promise you.
So he says she's not broke. He promises that, okay?
She's a good catch. She got plenty of money.
He is a good catch.
You guys just want something very salacious. How was the infidelity exposed?
So he says, you guys just want something salacious. And it sounded like he said, how was the infidelity exposed? Okay, so what I'm guessing here is he was reading some questions while he was on the live, and maybe that was one of the questions that was asked. So you can't say to us, hey, you guys just want something salacious, and then repeat the question about how was the infidelity exposed. Now that's what it sounded like to me. I don't know if that's what it sounded like to y'all.
Just understand that I'm very good at what I do when I need to find something out.
Okay, so he says he's very good at what he does when he needs to find something out.
Very good at what I do when I need to find something out. Yeah. Why is this so public?
Now, this is a good question. Why is this so public? Because I thought y'all said y'all wanted privacy, but that's just me. That was what I thought, okay?
Well, when you're in a public eye or you do something that the public wants to know, then you're public.
Okay.
You're already public. If you don't speak your truth, somebody's gonna make one up for you.
So he says, if you don't speak your truth, someone else will make one up for you. I mean, I just hadn't seen where there were any stories out there about them other than what they both said. I mean, and maybe maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but I just didn't see anything about the two of them. So I was just kind of like, well, I mean, this is obviously sad. We don't want to see nobody, we don't want to see no marriages in and stuff like that. But it's just like, I mean, what story was out there that somebody else was telling? Okay. But granted, it's his Instagram. He could do what he wants. Kalika Booker says, I'm sure they had a prenup that probably listed if an entanglement happens, he wouldn't be responsible for her financially. Bye, Simon. No one cares what Simon says. Simon says, oh, sorry. This is YouTube. I forgot I can't do that here. Let me get back to it. But thank you, Boo, for that super chat.
I am strong. Again, guys, I believe in good therapy. Pay for one.
Well, that's true. We had a super chat in the building from Shamar who says, could this be a stunt to get Fallon a peach? I mean, you want privacy on one hand and then do a live on the other. My side eye is on 10. Okay. Thank you, Shamar, for that super chat. We appreciate it. I mean, it's a confusing thing to me. It's like, when I want privacy, I think okay. We had another super chat from Forever Rose who says, Gossip in the City reported that they divorced due to a current cast member. Shout out to Gossip in the City. And thank you for the super chat, Forever Rose. Make sure you guys follow Gossip in the City as well. All right. So this is continuing on.
You guys, that in order for you to have a healthy relationship, you have to be emotionally on the same level. You have to vibrate on the same level, spiritually, and all of that. When one person is up here and the other person is doing this, is vibrating down, you could either go down with them or you continue to resist and vibrate up. And eventually something's going to give and say, okay, I want to continue to vibrate up because when I do these things, good things happen to me. But when I go do these things over here, whether it's to cheat or whether it's to smoke, do any kind of thing that is harmful to your spirit and harmful to your body, there are consequences for it. There's consequences, just a matter of time.
Shout out to the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Thank you so much for the super chat. I had the opportunity to be on a panel on the real Andy of Beverly Hills' show. Make sure you guys follow him on YouTube as well. Who says that yesterday there was a source saying he is known for allegedly having multiple side pieces and having multiple kids all over the East Coast. This is just retaliation, allegedly. So, I mean, there seems to be some other stories that are going around about him. So maybe that is why he is choosing now to speak. But it's interesting that one of the things and thank you for that super chat, Andy. I appreciate you. It's very interesting to me that he talked about the vibrating on different levels or trying to vibrate on the same level. Obviously, when you're married, you want to try to vibrate on a level that's equal and you want to be equally yoked. It seemed like he's implying that she was engaging in behaviors that were maybe not what he would have wanted for her. That's what I'm getting from what he's saying. I don't know, but I'm just trying to break it down and figure out what he's talking about.
For it happens. Now, every so often, people catch themselves. They're not totally at the bottom out on the street before they realize that, you know what, I have to change my ways. But sometimes some people have to hit rock bottom in order for there to be a change. How long were you guys broken up? We were broken up since late January. I've been in this state of mind of pain for over a year.
All right, so he ends this by saying that, or at least from what we got from our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk, that this whole thing, I guess, ended in January, and it tracks because we have heard those rumors, and LaToya also made mention of it as well. But we also now hear him say that he's been feeling or he's been in pain for a year. That means that he was also in pain during the period of time that they were filming for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So a lot of information given there. Because if you go on her Instagram, if you follow her on Instagram, I mean, during that period of time where she was filming, they were still traveling. She said that, I remember her saying that she didn't stay with the ladies during their time in Charleston because she was wanting to stay with her husband. And that's how they travel. That's how they do. And we were continuing to see them, traveling, in the private jets, yada, yada, yada. And so it just kind of felt like, it didn't seem like it made sense. So now, quite honestly, when we get that tweet from Candace earlier talking about how these girls go on these shows to get divorced, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of strange. Here's what I will say, and I'm not gonna beat this into the ground with a discussion about it. I do think it's sad when any couple or any marriage, ends in divorce, because I just kind of feel like that's a very hard and tragic thing in general. And I think it's made even worse when it's public. And I think to a certain degree, at some points in time, you have to ignore, for me, my advice to him would be to take a step back from it in terms of social media, deal with any, rumors or allegations another type of way. It sounded like they had mutually decided that this was going to be the way that they would go and that they would part amicably. You asked for privacy, and I felt like, yeah, there were stories out there. There are stories out there about him, obviously, and now about her based on what he's saying. But I just kind of feel like it leads to a very slippery slope, because what I don't want to see is then her feeling like she needs to retaliate as well, when they could have just, parted ways amicably, Right. Lady C says, so that means that he's been miserable for like half of their marriage. That's bad. We got Meredith, who says Fallon is nothing but a new version of Porsha, her first season. Now check that. She is being seasoned by P. Excuse me. Thank you so much for that super chat. But the interesting thing about that is it seems as though Fallon is now the closest to Kenya. Kenya is the person who on the cast is the closest to Fallon. Because when we heard on Speak On It, Kenya talk about Fallon, she talked about how close they were. And then when you heard Fallon on Speak On It talk about, how close she was to Kenya, it's not Porsha who she's the closest to. So she's actually closer to Kenya versus Porsha, but it seemed like Porsha was the person who introduced us to Fallon. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how things play out. Again, I say it's sad for them. I think that they should both just stay off social media, for the next couple of weeks or months, and, deal with the situation as privately as they asked for us to deal with it. It's going to continue to become news the more they continue to speak publicly about it. So that's my take on the situation. Because relationships, when they end, they're already hard enough. And now you got to deal with the fact that you guys have, children who have been in the same home together, I'm assuming. And you got to break that unit apart that had been together for at least the better part of the last, year and a half to 2 years. So stay off social media, Simon. That's my advice to you. Fallon, don't hop up on no live. Don't do no video. Don't say nothing. Y'all want privacy? Then you need to act like you want the privacy that you've been asking for. Stay off social media. Post some motivational quotes. Go read a book. Go take a hot bath. When you feel like you want to get on social media and express your feelings, put the phone down. Call a friend instead, okay? Take some healthy routes to deal with whatever drama y'all got going on, okay? That's what I would say to you, because I feel like that's the way grown folks handle their business. And mind you, you're not even being paid for this drama, okay? You ain't on the show because the show is not filming currently. So you're not even getting paid for the pain. So just keep it to yourself. Call a girlfriend, call your brothers or your family members, but leave it off the social media streets, okay? That's what we as grown folks, we need to start doing. When you get mad about something, don't take it to social media. Okay? Glenda says, if you want privacy, stay off social media. I was suspicious when he came for the girls' trip. Thank you for that super chat. But yeah, that's my advice. Now, should they choose not to follow it? Because I'm sure they're not watching me, but mark my words, if they don't stay off social media, they're going to stay in the news. Okay. And again, the show ain't even filming. You ain't being paid for this. You ain't making no profit from it. So leave it alone. Okay. Now, with that being said, I want to wish you guys a happy Friday night. Now, y'all be safe out there, okay? And remember what we said in this chat. Keep your problems and your issues off social media, okay? All right? Now, with that being said, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Y'all have a good weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I really do. That was really nice. Man, y'all so sweet. I love y'all.